we're back again with koi pond update number 9. Today I am working on getting a trickle in, trickle out sorted for the pond. Main reason is I'm sort of going to aim towards doing a sort of 10% water change once a week. So I think it's roughly sort of 2,500 litres a week. So 40% of the water a month or so. I don't know if I'll perhaps lower that slightly. I'm not entirely sure. I need to do some more research to see what's sort of recommended and things like that. I mean, I know a lot of people tend to do it because of sort of minerals and salts and stuff in their pond, which is then utilised by the bacteria. Our water here is so hard that I'm not really sure that much is actually going to be used. So I need to sort of look into it and then ultimately decide on what I'm going to do with that. So the way that I'm doing this, let's just switch the camera around. The way that I'm doing this is I've got this 1-inch uni seal here. I'll post a link to it. Really nice to do, especially when stuff is sort of curved and things like that. I haven't pushed it all the way in yet, as you can see, because although it kind of looks pretty watertight, if in doubt, CT1 it out. So what I'll do is, I'm not going to be removing this, is just around on sort of the inside lip and stuff, I'm going to CT1 all the way around, then push that fully in. This here at the moment is just sort of holding the weir up on the skimmer, just so that it stops a cascade of water from coming through, because my water level's quite a bit higher. Here's how the pond is looking at the moment. Very nice. I've turned my airflow down here as well, mainly because I noticed that stuff is sort of getting stuck in the corner there and in the opposite corner sort of over here as well. Back shower's doing very nice. The only thing I've got that's kind of bothering me is, as you can probably spot in that skimmer over there, we can see it's definitely doing its job, but I've been adding some sort of filter start and it's not an EA one. And what it's been doing is it's been frothing up the entirety of the pond. Yeah, here's my little workstation at the moment with my 1-inch pipe. Here's my fishies. They're doing very nicely. I popped down to Koi Water Barn yesterday as well. I've got a couple more fish coming very soon, which I'm very excited for. Notably, which I've been after since, before I even made the pond, is a Doitsu Sanki. It's from a breeder called Aoki. He's very well known for his metallic doits, so I'm really excited for that. So I'm just going to crack on with getting my trickle out sorted, and I will update you all once I have got all the pipework in. Catch you in a little bit. Oliver back, work's now over, so I'll be able to crack on. Pretty much got all the pipework sorted now for the trickle out portion at least. As you can see here, we've basically got this 90 that comes in on this uni seal. Uni seals are fantastic, I must say. I've set it at this height because I want to raise the water up just a touch, and then the water should then start. So just as an example to show, I'll lower this down a little bit. 1 second. Lowering this down a little bit. As you can see, that's now siphoning through. That goes all the way down there, and then down to where the waist of the drum is. Let's just put that touch back up. There we go. And then I do actually need to get something like a better something. I'm not entirely sure yet. I need to look into it more for the actual trickle in portion of stuff. Currently, I feel that's very messy. But basically, we've got the tap over there, which then connects through a hose into this. This is slightly leaking, which I need to amend, which then runs through this. I've then got another hose which then runs down under there, and is now currently just slightly trickling in the drum side here. Very small amount. Where it now appears to have stopped. This is the problem that I'm having, is I need to keep pressure running through this joint dechlorinator, and I need something on like the end of the hose or something like that, which allows me to sort of fine tune the amount. I was measuring the amount that was coming out and things like that, but it just wasn't enough really. So yeah, it seems to be either getting around sort of too much too quick or nothing. So I need to solve that still, but we'll get there. I'm gonna have a look into that. I mean, if you guys know of anything that you'd recommend, I want to do sort of 10% a week. I think that's around, I worked out to about 250 millilitres a minute is what I need, and then that will over time replace 10%. So if you've got any recommendations of what I can throw on the end of the hose there, or something else that I can do to do that, that would be greatly appreciated. On a side note, as you can see, got my STS and my wet dry vac out. This has still been leaking, so I've sort of been doing some digging into it. So I sort of bored out around the side of it and things. Not sure how well you can see, but basically, yeah, we can see that there's sort of moisture which is from this joint here, but clearly I didn't do a good enough job of welding it. So I'm just making the gap a bit bigger so that I can then get in underneath and seal it appropriately with some CT1. As always, if in doubt, CT1 it out. And then I'm pretty much almost done with the pond, to be honest. I've got the cladding to go, which should hopefully be arriving sort of beginning of next month, and then my air source heat pump, which should then be turning up sort of mid-April. I'll get that hooked in, do a video on that as well. Yeah, quite enjoying it. This is my temporary bench at the moment to sit on. Pretty much just sit here, spend too much time here, to be honest, just looking at the fish. I mean, you know, all of these sort of range from 10 to 15 cm, some of them bigger than others, and you know, compared to the size of the pond, it's it kind of puts things into perspective, just how big the bloody thing is. You know, it's quiet as anything. It's lovely. I've tuned down my air because I noticed that if I had too much air coming through, then I'd just have stuff that was stuck here and stuff that was stuck over in that corner there. Previously there was a 70 litre per minute pump on each, and although, you know, the water flow was great, it stopped my skimmers from doing their job really. I need them to be pulling stuff in. So what I did is I've got this adapter here. So what I've done is I've just got a single 70 litre per minute air pump here, and then that's then running through onto this sort of 4-valve spigot. I've got these slightly open. I'm not sure how well you can hear, but they're ever so slightly hissing, just to relieve a little bit of air pressure. This one is actually for the one closest to us, and this one's actually the one furthest away, because once it got on the barbed area there, it didn't really want to come off nicely. Funny enough, this PTFE tape and the hose pipe was from beforehand, when I had it sitting in like this sort of hose here, whereas now this sort of tubing here basically just pushes straight onto the end of that, and it fits perfectly. And then those run down to my non-returns there, although as I've now found out, these non-returns are designed for water, but fortunately it does stop water from coming through still, which is pretty decent. So yeah, all is well with the world at the moment. Pretty chuffed to finally manage to get my trickle out portion at least sorted. So now pretty much it's just a case of trying to figure out the best way to handle the trickle in, and then I'll be getting 10% water changes, nice and easy. Obviously if there's any sort of major parameter swings and stuff that I need to deal with, it would be quite nice to just be able to open up the tap and just allow it to sort of flood with water, and then allow it to all overflow out to do sort of big water change at once if necessary. So I'm going to get back to trying to sort this return out. And then gonna chill out here for a little bit and watch my fish. It's lovely, man. Yeah, say if anyone's got any recommendations for the trickle in portion, send it my way. I'll drop a link below to where I got the Unisil from. Never used them before. They're bloody phenomenal. I mean, like, that pipe's basically at an angle and pulling down, so basically pulling it up on the inside. Watertight as anything. Sorted. If you like the video, as always, then like and subscribe. I'll no doubt be back very soon doing something, because you never seem to stop. That's me done. Ollie over and out.